NBA Top 100 Players of 2019-2020, Top 10, by Panamaniac03. So the author goes through his explanation for how he actually ranked these players. So if you want to see those, which you definitely should, or else you're going to be very confused, you should make sure to click on this link right here. And if you want to go back and read the other articles, which you should, make sure you click on them here. So without further ado, let's get going with the top 10 NBA players. 10 through 6. Rudy Gobert, Hassan Whiteside, Kawhi Leonard, Damian Lillard, and Luka Doncic. Number 10. Rudy Gobert. Undoubtedly, one of the biggest surprises in this entire series, Rudy Gobert sneaks his way into the top 10 of this NBA Top 100. Recently, Gobert has been well known for his careless antics in starting the spread of COVID-19 among NBA players. However, before his antics caused him to go viral for the wrong reasons, Gobert put together one of the best defensive performances of the season. He finished top 6 in the league in 5 different stats, including defensive rebounds per game, 3rd, defensive win shares, 3rd, win shares, 4th, offensive win shares, 5th, and offensive rebounds per game, 6th. His elite rim protection and rebounding had him firmly in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation yet again. Not having to have the ball to be effective allows Rudy to be one of the most efficient players in the league in nearly every stat category. Number 9. Hassan Whiteside. Personally, this was the biggest surprise on the list for me. Whiteside had a resurgence in Portland, but I had no idea just how big of a resurgence until I dove a little deeper into the stats. Whiteside led the league in blocks with 3.1 per game. He finished 4th in offensive and defensive rebounding. Whiteside also finished top 10 in win shares with 8.1. His most notable negative stats include personal fouls and low assist rate, both of which are to be expected from a defensive-minded center. Whiteside's lack of injuries and abundance of efficient play around the rim make him the most surprising addition to the top 10 list. Number 8. Kawhi Leonard. Joining the newest super team in Los Angeles did little to hurt Kawhi's standing in the league. He finishes in 8th place in our top 100 in large part due to his elite two-way play. He finished 5th in steals at 1.8 per game, as well as 9th in points at 26.9 per game. This includes an incredible stretch in which Kawhi scored 30 or more points in 9 consecutive games played. His usage rate this season was the highest of his career, and his number of games missed caused him to slip out of our top 5. Kawhi has become infamous for load managing his knee. Although NBA officials determined his knee injury to be legit, Leonard caught a lot of criticism for missing so many games, and his absences hurt him more than anything else on the list. Number 7. Damian Lillard. With Stephen Curry and John Wall injured, Chris Paul aging, and Russell Westbrook taking a backseat to James Harden, the stage was set for Lillard to be the best point guard in the league this year. Little did we know that CP3 had no plans of regressing, and a couple of young guys by the name of Trae Young and Luka Doncic would make a push for that title. Nevertheless, Lillard graded out as our highest ranked true point guard. Although guys like Doncic and LeBron James run most of their team's offense, their size and combination of teammates that share the court with them keep them from being true point guards. Lillard's top-ranked offensive win share and 5th-ranked points per game, 28.9, and win shares, 9.6, land him firmly in our top 10. His lowest-ranked stats include offensive and defensive rebounding rates. Number 6. Luka Doncic. The young Maverick proved his worth last year by winning Rookie of the Year, but Doncic has solidified his superstar status with his stellar play this season. He made his first All-Star appearance and start. He finished top 10 in assist percentage, 3rd, assists per game, 4th, points per game, 6th, box plus minus, 6th, and PER. Doncic's across-the-board talent, consistency, and leadership have planted him firmly in the running for best player in the league in only his 2nd season. The young European star averaged a very poor turnover rate this year, but with age and experience, I don't expect a healthy Doncic to fall any lower than the 6th place finish this season. Top 5. Number 5. Nikola Jokic. Jokic gained some bad press when he seemingly started the season out of shape. His opening performances were underwhelming, so the general NBA fandom wrote him off early. However, the Nuggets big man found ways to impact every single game his team played this year. He did not miss any games and found himself in the top 11 in offensive win shares, 5th, win shares, 7th, defensive win shares, 11th, and box plus minus, 11th. While all of these are unconventional metrics, they are widely used measurements that can help paint the full picture of exactly how impactful a player can be. Jokic was a prime example of that this season. The lone all-star on his team, he had Denver sitting at 3rd place in the West, behind the 2 LA teams poised to make another playoff push. His unusually good passing and awkward scoring techniques land the 7-foot Serbian inside the top 5. Number 4, LeBron James. After finally getting his man with him in LA, LeBron took the reins as the primary playmaker for the Los Angeles Lakers this season. Starting alongside 2 guards in Avery Bradley and Danny Green, I still consider LeBron as a small forward, but regardless of position, the King put up a career high in assists per game at 10.6, good for 1st in the league. His playmaking, paired with contributions from new teammates such as Bradley, Green, JaVale McGee, and Anthony Davis, have vaulted the Lakers to 1st place in the West. They were on pace for their first playoff appearance in 7 years and look poised for a deep championship push. Despite being in the top 5 NBA players yet again, it's almost strange to see James fall as low as 4th. However, it's hard to make an argument that any of the 3 players above him have a less deserving resume. Number 3, Anthony Davis. The counterpart to the King, Anthony Davis got his wish this offseason, as he was finally traded from the New Orleans Pelicans to play alongside his longtime idol, LeBron James. His first city in the City of Angels did not disappoint. Davis finished top 3 in blocks per game, defensive win shares, offensive win shares, and total win shares. He also finished 10th in scoring, 15th in steals, and had the 6th highest player efficiency rating of anyone in the league. His elite efficiency and relentless tenacity around the rim on both ends of the court earns him the nod over his Lakers running mate LeBron. Number 2, James Harden. The reigning MVP runner-up finds himself in 2nd place yet again in this NBA Top 100. As a Harden hater myself, it pains me to recognize just how great the Beard's game is. He once again led the league in scoring at 34.4 points per game and finished 1st in win shares, 2nd in offensive win shares, 3rd in box plus minus, and 4th in PER. His play style may not be aesthetically pleasing to some, but no one can argue it's not effective. His ability to hit contested shots, drive efficiently, and draw fouls at will is a combination unprecedented in the league. Combine his video game-like scoring abilities with his 6th place finish in steals per game and 9th place finish in assists, and it's near impossible to task anyone to find anyone that had a better season. Near impossible, but not quite impossible. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The reigning MVP made his case once again as the best player in the league. His team had the best record in the entire league. He was the only player to finish in the top 2 in 5 of the stat categories used: defensive rebounds per game, 1st, defensive win shares, 1st, win shares, 2nd, box plus minus, 2nd, and PER, 2nd. Not to mention a 3rd place finish in scoring with 29.6 per game. He also finished top 40 in assists and blocks per game. Despite having one of the highest usage rates in the league and a high turnover rate, his positives heavily outweigh any negatives on his resume. With his all-around ability, league-leading statistics, and overall team success, it's easy to understand why Giannis lands at number 1 in our NBA Top 100.